the essence of the Vedic worldview? Well, the first thing is that, who am I? Because I'm the center of my universe. This is my universe. It all takes place in my consciousness. So who am I? I'm not this body. I have a body. I'm not the mind either. I have a mind. But I say, I have a body, I have a mind. It's my body, my mind. I can train my body, I can change my mind. It means we don't say I body, I mind. So first off, that I am the conscious being within the body, within the mind. This conscious being, it's real, it's non-physical. It's called Atma or Jiva, like in Russia, Zhivoy, means alive. So it's the root, it's the source of life. The Atma is conscious and it's consciousness. And it's due to the presence of the Atma that the body works and performs all kind of extraordinary non-physical or physically inexplicable tasks, like manipulating information, like performing aesthetic tasks, art, music, and so on. As the body works on the basis of the individual Atma, consciousness, so similarly the universe works on the basis of the universal consciousness. And many scientists have commented that the most consistent worldview is that the basis of the laws of nature is actually consciousness, universal consciousness. So according to the Vedic worldview, matter is the energy of the Supreme. Matter is the energy of the universal consciousness. And we are also the energy of universal consciousness. But matter is inert energy, and we're living energy. We actually have real individuality. We're really individuals. Then, what is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to actually understand our relationship with the Supreme Consciousness. Now, we see that the purpose of life is to be happy, and especially in loving relationships. On surveys, they find that top of the list of people's priorities, stable relationships. But in fact, relationships are becoming less and less stable. So the ultimately stable relationship is the relationship between the eternal individual conscious entity and the universal conscious entity. The individual self, it's composed of unchanging, non-temporal, eternal means personal self-existence, knowledge, and bliss, happiness. And we can realize that in relationship with the universal consciousness, which is universal personal existence and knowledge and bliss. This relationship is realized through the process of yoga, or through the processes of yoga, because there's more than one kind of yoga. There's 4 basic processes of yoga. There's the yoga of work, in which one works and offers the results to the Supreme, or works for the satisfaction of the Supreme, maybe with not that much connection. Then there's the yoga of knowledge, where one cultivates knowledge of matter and consciousness or spirit, and the controller of both, and does some meditation to understand I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this, and ultimately merging into the oneness, spiritual oneness. That's the yoga of knowledge. And the yoga of meditation means focusing more on the actual personality of the Supreme Personality. So there's a localized aspect of the Supreme within the heart of every living entity. And mystic yogis, they meditate on that expansion of the Supreme within the heart. They can control the mind, they can control the body, they can even control the laws of nature, develop mystic siddhis, do miraculous things like walking on water, like reaching out over huge distances and bringing things back. According to and then the fourth kind of yoga is the yoga of love. Yoga of love means acknowledging the existence of the Supreme Consciousness beyond this material world, beyond my body, and making a loving link through loving service. So this bhakti yoga we see in, for example, all the theistic religions, Christianity, Islam, they're all, ultimately, they're aimed at pleasing the Supreme. And that's the principle of the yoga of love, or bhakti yoga as it's called. So these are different kinds of yoga. They're prescribed for people with different kinds of propensities. But for society as a whole, everyone should act in such a way as to please the Supreme. And society as a whole is designed to please the Supreme. And when everyone lives in this way, in harmony with the natural laws of the universe, so everyone can live, it's harmonious, prosperous, peaceful, animals are happy, the birds, the trees are happy, people are happy. And in this way, everyone can live peacefully and prosperously, and they can also find fulfillment through spiritual advancement at the same time. So this is the essence of the Vedic wisdom.